Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you just sub on if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm gonna be showing you guys more proof that the anime will have its own original ending. Now, this video is gonna be based off of Eren's memories, but specifically his future memories. One thing that I really wish that Isyama would have done is showing us a little bit more of what Eren was actually able to see, because to this day, we still speculate about the future that Eren has seen by touching Historia or kissing Historia's hand. Knowing that Grisha's books was a key for Eren to not only unlock Grisha's past memories, but to also relive his whole entire fucking life, and us knowing that royal family members have the power to see memories without any drawback, and that is why Zeke is so smart, because every beast titan before him, memories flow through him like water. So me saying all of that, by Eren touching Historia's hand, he should be able to see every Attack Titan past memories, every Founding Titan past memories, and he should be able to look deeper into Grisha's past memories and relive the moment that Grisha seen Eren's future memories. So if you really think about it, with Eren kissing Historia's hand, all that Eren actually did was remember everything that he had forgot in the first episode, which is practically his fucking life. So when Eren is under the tree sleeping, he's basically living his life up to the point where he gets killed or when he dies, and when he wakes up, it all seems like a long dream to him that he just cannot remember. And if you are subscribed to this channel, then you know my theory about Eren on why he most likely does not remember the life that he just now lived. And the only way that he can remember is to reach the basement, read Grisha's books, relive Grisha's life, then kiss Historia's hand. And now Eren remembers everything that he had forgotten in the first episode, everything that had seemed like a long ass dream to him. He remembers it, including all that knowledge with all those past memories flowing through him like water. So it does make sense why his head would get fucked up. Because of him being the Founding Titan, everything comes at him at once. There is no future or past for him. But with me explaining all of that and Isyama saying that his new side story with Eren being reincarnated and then getting hit by a bus is all canon, meaning that it's part of the main story, that means that we're dealing with reincarnation. And every time that Eren dies or he gets killed, he just gets reincarnated into a different timeline, I guess. I don't fucking know. But obviously Isyama did not want us to know about Eren being reincarnated into these different timelines early on in the story, because he chose to reveal all of this at the end of the story in this interview. So it just has to be for a reason for him to wait all this long time to reveal that, yeah, Eren gets reincarnated into these different timelines after he gets killed. So now with me explaining all of that, you start to think like, okay, is the anime another reincarnation of Eren? And will this be the last reincarnation? Will he be able to break the cycle, or will everything end up happening all over again like how it did in the fucking manga? These are all the questions that you start to have, knowing that Eren being reincarnated into these different timelines are now fucking canon. Now, the reason why I question the future that Eren had seen by touching or kissing Historia's hand is because future Eren was controlling how much Grisha was able to see into the future. If Grisha was able to see into Eren's future, then why is Grisha asking Eren if Call is okay? If he was able to see into Eren's future, he should know that that bitch is fucking dead. But it's because of Eren keeping that from him. Grisha even says to Eren, why is he not allowing him to see everything? So knowing that Eren had to look deep into Grisha's past memories and relive the moment that Grisha seen Eren's future memories, and knowing that the future that Grisha was seeing was being manipulated by future Eren, and knowing that Eren is seeing his future memories through Grisha's eyes, it's a big possibility that the future that Eren has seen was also being manipulated, just like how the future that Grisha was seeing. Now, saying all of that, we go to chapter 130. Now, chapter 130 is by far one of my favorite chapters, because we finally had got what we all had wanted, which is Eren's perspective. Now, we see Eren question where his path started at. Did it start with him being under the tree? Now, that's not where his path started at, but that's where he likes to restart his path at. Now, if you had watched Mikas's OVA, which is episode 3 of Lost Girls, and if you watch all the OVAs together, it's episode 8, which is the last one. I'm pretty sure all that shit is canon. If Isyama said that Eren being reincarnated into another timeline is canon, I'm pretty sure that this shit is completely canon. Now, in Mikasa's OVA, she pretty much go through exactly what the fuck Eren goes through. She get a message from her future self telling her that if she does not like this reality, she could just make a new one. All that she needs is a time and fucking place. For Mikasa, that time and place is the day that she meets Eren. Now, in this new reality that Mikasa creates, she's able to manipulate any moment that she wants, but she's not able to control Eren's free will or the choices that he makes. Now, don't that sound like some Eren reshaping the past type shit? For an example, Eren took control of Dinah and changed her direction from Bertolt to toward his house. But the thing is that Eren cannot manipulate that moment if Reiner, with his free will, does not break down that wall. So what I'm saying is that Eren cannot control other aliens or other people's free will, but he can control or manipulate certain events, like Dinah not eating Bertolt but eating Carla, or Dinah eating Hannes but not trying to eat Eren. Eren Kruger wanting Grisha to save Mikasa and Armin. Those situations that I just named are just some of the things that Eren has manipulated. But what I'm trying to say is that Mikasa does the same thing in her OVA. So if Mikasa can do it, I'm pretty sure this is what the fuck Eren is doing. Creating a new reality out of the old timeline, and the place in time where he likes to restart at is him waking up under the tree by Mikasa. It's exactly like the TV show Loki. If you watch Loki, then you know exactly what the fuck I am talking about. Kang the Conqueror became He Who Remains after winning the Multiversal War. He was now in the position to control the flow of time. So what he did was created a new timeline out of the old one. He had paved everyone's path. But the thing is that you have a little something called free will. And free will is just something that you cannot control. So what Kang the Conqueror does is create the TVA. And the TVA's purpose is to go after everyone who uses their free will to go against the path that Kang the Conqueror had paved out for them. So if you think about it, Eren is doing the same thing. By being inside the Titan Paths, he's at the end of time. By looking at the Titan Paths tree, he's looking at the flow of time, or the Attack on Titan timeline. Now, with me explaining all of that, I want to believe that Ymir's Titan Paths tree represented the first timeline. And when she sacrificed herself, she was then sent to the Titan Paths, a place where death and time does not exist, aka the end of time. Ymir was now spiritually out of the timeline, and she's in the same position that Kang the Conqueror is in. Ymir being the founder at that point in time, she should be in control of the flow of time. She should be able to create everybody's path, which is why Eren tells her that she must be the one that put him on this path. It's all right fucking there. We just gotta put the pieces together. But knowing that Ymir is now free and that she's no longer the founder, by Eren sacrificing himself just like how Ymir did while being the founding Titan, Eren should be the new founder of the Titan Paths. He should be in the same position that Kang the Conqueror is in and what Ymir was in. Eren should be in complete control of everyone's path, just like how Ymir was in control of his path. And us knowing that Mikasa buried Eren's head under his tree, and his tree absorbing his Titan powers over time and growing to resemble Ymir's tree, I want to say, by Eren's tree being the new Titan Paths tree, I want to say that Eren's tree, just like Ymir's tree, represents the first timeline. I want to say that Eren's tree represents the second timeline, which will be the fucking anime. And Eren is in complete control over this second timeline, which is why when Eren wakes up under the tree, he does not wake up from Mikasa saying see you later. Another significant change that's in the anime is Eren and Annie's final fight. Now, earlier today, I finally read the first chapter of Attack on Titan, and I also read the chapter about Eren and Annie's fight. Now, if y'all do not know, I started to read the manga for Attack on Titan around the end of the Molly arc. I was an anime only at first. I started to cover the manga and make videos for it around chapter 130. Isyama is lucky as fuck that I didn't cover Attack on Titan earlier, because I would have been able to predict so much shit just off of the first chapter. His ass is lucky. But when people told me that the Annie versus Eren fight was different in the anime, I had believed them. But now that I read it, their fight is not just different, it's completely different. In the anime, Eren gaining motivation to transform and fight Annie is different. In the manga, Annie beats the fuck out of Eren, and the ones who take her down is the scouts. But it's completely different in the anime. you have Eren go this berserk mode, and he's talking about destroying the whole entire world. We all know that he stops at 80%. He doesn't destroy the whole entire world. But going off of everything that I said earlier in the video, the anime might just be the second timeline. And the Eren that had got reincarnated into this timeline, which is the anime, came from the manga timeline where Paradise Island gets destroyed. And now Eren knows that Armin's plan will never work even if he put Armin in the right position by giving him all the time in the world to try to achieve some type of peace. Still would not work because Paradise Island ends up getting destroyed anyway. He also knows that he made the wrong choice in trusting his friends with the future of Paradise Island. So Eren in the anime should make protecting the future of Paradise Island his full responsibility by not taking a gamble this time, and instead of stopping at 80% and making his friends look like the heroes, he should destroy the whole entire world, which is something that he only says in the anime. Another thing that is different in the anime is obviously the color of the birds. In the anime, it's black birds, but in the manga it's white birds. White birds meaning peace, and black birds meaning tragedy. And also the bird that Falco tells to escape and run away in the manga. And we all know that Eren is controlling the bird by using the power of the Founding Titan and being inside the Titan Path. Because of Falco telling the bird to fly away because it's dangerous, it does just that. But in the anime, it flies in the opposite direction. It flies toward the danger, showing us that it's possible that in the anime, Eren will go in the opposite direction that he went in the manga. Now, the direction that the bird went in the manga represents how Eren badly wants to run away from his responsibilities, which is why Eren creates that what if moment in chapter 138 of him and Mikasa running away instead of fighting and living out his last 4 years together, which is kind of what Eren does by allowing himself to be killed. Maybe allowing himself to be killed was his way of trying to escape his responsibilities, or not being able to bring himself to fully destroy the whole entire world. But knowing in the anime, the bird flies toward where the threat is coming from, maybe that represents that Eren is now ready to fight, and that he has no intentions of running away at all. And now that I'm saying all of this, I do remember Isyama saying that Eren's voice actor will be getting another fight moment. So knowing that we didn't get that shit in the manga, just maybe we will see that one more fight moment in the anime. And just like I said earlier in the video, with Eren not waking up to Mikasa saying see you later, that just might mean that the dream that Eren creates in chapter 138 with him and Mikasa running away with each other might not happen in the anime. And if you think about it, Eren doing what he did in chapter 138 is just proof in itself that he can create an alternate version of the fucking story. So, like I said, maybe this alternate version of the story will be the fucking anime. And I just noticed something. With all this shit that I just said, all this shit sounds like the infinite Tsukuyomi from Naruto. Like, I just noticed that shit. That's probably where the fuck Isyama got all this shit from, with all these different dreams and different ways the story could have gone in, like how we see Eren do in chapter 138, creating that dream with him and Mikasa running away with each other, showing Mikasa what could have been. And like I said, that's just proof in itself, the fact that he can do that. Maybe the anime will be this alternate path that Eren will go down. And after he sacrificed himself in the manga and gets reincarnated in the anime, everything that happened in the manga leading up to the ending, maybe leading up to Paradise Island getting destroyed, seems like a long ass dream that he just cannot fucking remember until he kisses Historia's hand. Like, all this shit is right there for Isyama. If this motherfucker don't do this shit, he would be fucking stupid. Like, if I could put this shit together, I'm pretty sure he can put this shit together. And what if in this alternate path, Eren and Ymir does not pick Mikasa? Maybe they both pick Historia. Historia is Ymir's second parallel. Historia is supposed to be her only parallel, and that is including the freckle face Ymir. But for some reason in the manga, it ended up being fucking Mikasa. It just has to be for a reason why we see Eren being handed the baby, not just in the outro of season 2, but also in the outro of season 3 as well. Which studio would not know to do that shit unless Isyama told them to put that shit in plain sight but hide it at the same time. In order for you to see all the foreshadowing in the outro of season 2 and 3, you're going to have to screen record both of the outros, take it to iMovie, and slow that bitch down. And I swear, you will see everything that I'm talking about. I've been able to see even more shit. In the outro of season 3, I was able to see Eren and Historia hugging or holding the baby at the same time. In the outro of season 2, I was able to see somebody in a long black coat being handed the baby. That could be Grisha. That could be Grisha right there, but over top of him, it looks like somebody with a long black coat holding a fucking apple. Now that could be fucking Eren. But either way you see it, you still see Eren being handed the baby by Historia. And the apple represents the fucking baby. And now knowing that reincarnation is canon, we all fall back on all of our theory about Ymir being reincarnated as Historia's fucking baby. If Eren can do all this reincarnation shit and going into different timelines, I am 100% sure that Ymir could do the same thing. It has to be for a reason why Isyama chose to reveal that, yeah, reincarnation is canon at the end of Attack on Titan, where it does not fucking matter. Unless the Eren that got his head buried under the tree in the manga gets reincarnated into the fucking anime. Now, like I said earlier in this video, I had read the first chapter for the first time, and with Eren waking up under the tree, I had noticed a lot of more things that are different in the anime version of him waking up under the tree. But before I reveal those things, I want to go back to chapter 130 to answer Eren's question about where his path started at. It started in the fucking Titan path, where time and death does not exist. That is where Eren's path started at. Now, I said let's go back to chapter 130 for a reason, because in that chapter we finally got to see a little bit of what Eren was able to see when he had kissed Historia's hand. Now, keep in mind that these are Eren future memory shards. These are not all of Eren's memories. These are only Eren's future memory shards. So, with the manga version of Attack on Titan being done, don't you think that we should have seen every one of these memory shards that are being shown to us play out? Now, we have seen a lot of them, but we did not see all of them. One of the memory shards that we have not seen in the manga is the memory shard with Historia. We have not seen that at all in the manga. Another memory shard that we have not seen in the manga is the flock memory. Now, I question the memory with Mikasa because that could just be the see you later scene. But if you think about it, if we go back to chapter 138, we don't really see Mikasa smiling saying see you later to Eren. She's not smiling at all. Why would she be smiling at Eren's death? So I don't really know about that specific memory shard, but the memory shard that we're supposed to be looking at is the memory shard with those two birds. Now, I know that it says that those two birds are seen in chapter 1, but like I said earlier in this video, I read chapter 1 for the first time, and I did not see those two birds at fucking all. You do see a flock of birds, but you do not see two birds flying together. Now, keep in mind that these are Eren's future memories. Do you want to know where those two birds are seen at? It's not in the first chapter, but those two birds are seen in the first episode of the fucking anime. As soon as the episode comes on, you see Eren staring at those two birds. And like I said, keep in mind that these are Eren's future memories. So then you go back to the question, how much and what exactly did Eren see when he kissed Historia's hand? Knowing that Eren has memories of seeing another timeline that has Goth Mikasa and Nerdy Armin, which is Isayama's side story, Attack on Titan AU. And knowing that Isayama just said in his interviews that Attack on Titan AU is fucking canon. It's a part of the story. So now you have the question, when Eren had kissed Historia's hand, was he able to see into these other different timelines that has different versions of himself? Because Eren having future memories of those two birds that's only shown in the anime kind of fucking says it. And Eren having memories of another version of him in the Attack on Titan AU timeline says that shit as well. Now, let me explain to you guys that we probably will not be seeing a see you later scene in the anime. And the only way that I can prove that is to reveal to you guys all the things that I had seen that was different when it comes to Eren being under the tree in the manga versus the anime. Now, the first thing that is different in the manga is the position that Eren is in. If you don't notice, he's sitting down with his head down. And if you have not yet realized, he's sitting down in the same position that he's sitting down in chapter 138 when he dies from the curse of Ymir. But in the anime, he's laying down. Do you want to know what position that he's in? He's in the same position that the Eren that got his head cut off and then buried under his tree would be in if he had a fucking body. So what Eren is doing when he is asleep under the tree, he's living his fucking memory. It's just like when Eren Yeager was looking at Grisha's past memories. Whenever Eren Kruger would talk, Eren Yeager would copy his position. But when Grisha would be talking, Eren Yeager would copy Grisha's fucking position. He's living the fucking memory. He's living through the memory. And he's doing the same thing when he sleep under the fucking tree. In the manga, he's copying the Eren that died from the curse of Ymir. But in the anime, he's copying the Eren that had got buried under the tree. Meaning that the anime is connected to the ending of Attack on Titan. This shit's Isyama, you motherfucker. Now, the second thing that is different is the way how Eren wakes up. In the manga, he wakes up peacefully. It looked like he definitely had a good-ass dream. He's drooling and shit. But in the anime, he wakes up as if he just had a fucking nightmare. Now, the last thing that I had seen that was different is what Eren says to Mikasa when he wakes up. In the manga, we obviously know that he says, oh, why your hair is so long? Because he remembers living out his last 4 years with a Mikasa that has short hair. But in the anime, do you want to know what he says to Mikasa instead of saying that shit? He asks her, why is she here? Meaning, wherever the fuck he just came from, that bitch is nowhere to be found. If everything that I just said in this entire video is not proof that the anime will have its own original ending, then I do not know what is. This shit is spelled out for Isyama. If he does not do this shit, Isyama, you're gonna have to run me my motherfucking fade. Fuck that shit. I will fight you over this. That's how serious this shit. But if it was his plan all along to connect the ending of Attack on Titan to the beginning of Attack on Titan in the anime, then Isyama, you are a motherfucking genius. I think the reason why I was so disappointed personally in the ending of Attack on Titan is because knowing all of my theory videos and my prediction videos, what I am well known for and very good at, as you can fucking see, I know what Attack on Titan could have been. It's so many ways that Isyama could have ended Attack on Titan. It's so many fucking ways. But like I said, if it was his plan all along, which it seems like it is, to connect the ending of Attack on Titan to the beginning of Attack on Titan in the anime, then Isyama, you are a motherfucking genius. But this is the end of the video. You ain't got, no, fuck that. Like the video. Like that, because all this shit is off the top of my head. My fucking head is hurting. Like the video. You ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I'm out, bro.